2026 was supposed to be the year of the Great Reset, but instead, something unexpected is happening: a reversal. For decades, the Philippines was a nation of departures, with millions leaving to support families back home. Now, the world is moving in, and it's not just a trickle, it's a flood. Entire communities and industries are being transplanted onto Philippine soil, driven by global pressures and local opportunities. The Philippines, once a land of goodbyes, is becoming a destination for new beginnings. What's behind this unprecedented migration? It's a perfect storm of global trends meeting local opportunity. Today, we reveal the 7 countries leading this mass exodus to the Philippines and what it means for you. The new Korean wave isn't about pop culture. It's families moving to the Philippines for a less stressful education. They're building edu-towns, Korean-style communities with schools, housing, and tech hubs. Central Luzon and Cebu are transforming, with billions invested in new districts. But as these enclaves grow, land prices soar, and local families are being priced out. This is more than investment. It's a fast demographic shift. The next wave is Australians, retirees fleeing a housing crisis and expensive healthcare back home. In Australia, growing old is becoming unaffordable, with long wait lists for medical care. The Philippines offers immediate, affordable healthcare and a better quality of life. Cities like Dumaguete and Iloilo are being reshaped into retirement havens, with new medical hubs and resort-style assisted living. Australian investment is pouring in, upgrading hospitals and training staff to Western standards. Retirees can sell a modest home in Melbourne, buy a seaside house in the Philippines, and still have money left over. But as private clinics cater to foreigners, Filipino nurses are leaving public hospitals for higher pay, creating a two-tiered healthcare system. World-class care for those who can pay, mostly foreigners, while public hospitals struggle. The Australian retirement rush is saving lives, but whose lives are being prioritized? The economic benefits are clear, but the social costs are only beginning to show. The Philippines is becoming a retirement paradise, but at what price for its own people? The balance between opportunity and inequality is delicate and shifting. The third migration is about freedom. British digital nomads escaping the UK's high costs and dreary weather. The Philippines' new digital nomad visa and widespread satellite internet have made remote work from paradise a reality. Young Brits are swapping cramped London flats for beachfront bungalows in Palawan and Siargao. Their UK salaries now buy a life of luxury, help, dining out, and savings. Local economies are booming with new co-working spaces, coffee shops, and yoga studios. But gentrification is driving up rents and pricing out local families. Land once passed down for generations is being sold to foreign investors. The cultural exchange is real, but so is the resentment as locals feel pushed out. The digital nomad wave promises a win-win, but the reality is more complex. In Siargao, the balance between progress and preservation is tipping fast. The Philippines is a magnet for remote workers, but can it protect its communities? The digital escape is changing the landscape, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. The question is, who gets to call paradise home? Japan's demographic crisis is driving a new migration, exporting its elderly to the Philippines. Instead of importing caregivers, Japan is building Japanese-style wellness colonies in places like Baguio and Batangas. These are not just retirement homes, but entire villages with Japanese architecture, food, and language. Japan is investing in training Filipino caregivers to Japanese standards, creating a powerful skills transfer. Filipino workers earn Japanese-level salaries without leaving home, while Japan solves its elder care shortage. It's a symbiotic relationship: capital and need from Japan, compassion and youth from the Philippines. These wellness colonies are economic engines, but also cultural islands, raising questions about integration and identity. The experiment is bold, a Japanese industry operating on Philippine soil. As these communities grow, they reshape regions and redefine care in a globalized world. The future of elder care is being written here, across borders, cultures, and generations. The fifth wave is from China, not people, but corporations seeking survival. Geopolitical tensions and rising costs have pushed Chinese manufacturers to move operations to the Philippines. Massive Chinese-funded industrial parks and special economic zones are rising in Batangas and Subic. These aren't just factories, they're entire ecosystems, built with Chinese money and often by Chinese firms. The result? A boom in infrastructure, jobs, and economic integration with China. But there are concerns about labor practices, environmental standards, and foreign control of critical industries. The Belt and Road Initiative is deeply embedding China in the Philippine economy. Thousands of jobs are created, but at the cost of local oversight and long-term independence. In industrial zones south of Manila, the scale is breathtaking. Rows of factories, signs in Mandarin, ports full of goods. The new engine of the Philippine economy runs on Chinese capital. But who's really in the driver's seat? The sixth migration is from the United States. Americans chasing a dream that's slipping away at home. The Philippines offers affordable luxury, spacious homes, domestic help, and a vibrant lifestyle on a middle-class income. The government's special resident retirees visa makes long-term residency easy and attractive. Communities in Angeles City, Subic, and Metro Manila are being transformed to cater to American tastes. Real estate, restaurants, and services are adapting rapidly, but locals are being priced out. The Americanization of neighborhoods risks erasing Filipino identity in favor of Western consumer culture. For many Americans, it's paradise, a life they could only dream of in the States. But as these enclaves grow, the contrast with local reality becomes starker. The economic force is powerful, but the cultural cost is real. The Philippines is a new frontier for the American dream. But whose dream is it really? As affordable luxury expands, so does the gap between expat comfort and local struggle. The story is one of opportunity and displacement. The final wave comes from Germany, Europe's industrial giant facing an energy crisis and deindustrialization. German companies are relocating manufacturing to the Philippines, drawn by stable energy costs and a young workforce. New high-tech industrial zones are rising in Mindanao, built to German standards and focused on sustainability. German expertise in renewables is powering these zones with solar and wind farms. It's a migration of knowledge and technology. German engineers training Filipino counterparts in advanced manufacturing. The goal, made in the Philippines with German quality. Vocational centers and green energy grids are being built in partnership with German agencies. It's a vision of the future, carbon neutral, high-tech, and globally competitive. Germany's Plan B is taking shape thousands of miles from home, securing its industrial future in the Philippines. The partnership is ambitious and transformative. The world is coming. The Philippines is becoming a global crossroads, reshaped by new arrivals and new ambitions. This isn't just about investment. It's a fundamental transformation of the country's demographic and cultural landscape. The story is no longer about Filipinos leaving, but about who is arriving and what they're building. But as the world moves in, what happens to the soul of the nation? The line between development and displacement is thin. The Philippines of 2030 will look nothing like today. Its cities, coasts, and communities remade by global forces. Tell us in the comments which country's migration surprised you most and where you'd choose to live. Subscribe to Deep Documentary for more stories shaping our future.